in the bottom left here in the blue in this first match here of GSL Group A. His name, the two-timer this year, is Maru. And his opponent from the Rebellion, the odds-on underdog, looking to make the upset happen for the Shopify Rebellion. She's Scarlett. And new maps, new patch, new game, new everything coming out here. We're on Alcyone for map 1. It's a pretty cool map. It is a map that is very much designed around this idea that it's almost an island map. Now that I've got a chance to talk about it or watch it a couple times, got a chance to play on it, this is almost an island map. Again, my settings. My goodness. There we go. This is almost an island map, and that you have this side on the right side that you can mine through, but otherwise it really is only accessible by air or a Nidus or something. It's a great spot to proxy. It's a great spot to go and mess around with, or it's a great thought to hide something. But also through the middle of the map here, you have this kind of strong pushing lane, and also this is Zonaga. So even as you can try to push through the middle and try to find some value that way, it is scoutable for the Zerg. You can just kind of hold a couple lings there and you'll be fine. Also, this means that a Terran pushing through the middle of the map, that is very choked out at that Zelnaga area. So you will be able to go and keep your Marines and take a pretty solid fight. Make sure Banelings don't really get the connections that you're looking for. But in this game, even before the push, even before Alcyone being an island map, anything like that, Maru is doing something cheeky. Something that, actually, I don't even know that we can call it cheeky because it really has been the meta. Up until this point, it really, or for the last couple months, where you go, you build your double barracks in the wall in the low ground, you build Reapers out of that, you put pressure on, and then on the other side, as this drone will stay alive, and then behind that you expand. You double expand if that's what you want to do. You go up to 5 Reapers maybe. You put a lot of pressure on, and you use that to just really secure your economy behind it. But for now, well, it's 2 Reapers on the map. So this is going to be the least committed, well, 3 Reapers on the map, excuse me. This is going to be one of the less committed versions of this build coming out of Maru. You can go up to 5, you can go up to 6 Reapers and try to kill the third base, or at least do so much damage to it that the follow-up push will knock that down. But Maru on 3 here means he 2-shots drones, he 2-shots lings, he finds that value there. But for now, that's kind of going to be the extent of it. Trying to curtail creep spread as much as he can, maybe cut off a ling, and oh, Reaper gets low, but yeah, there we go. Creep tumor falls down regardless. Behind this, Maru's got a third base on the way. Maru is developing that economy. He is trying to make sure that he can move into the mid game in a pretty strong way. So pressure in the early game, third base behind. Where is Maru cutting corners? And the answer is in a couple of reasons. He's got a pretty quick stim. His tech is slow. There is no starport on the map right now. The factory really did just complete, so medevacs are going to be slower to hit the field. 1-1 upgrades are also going to be a little bit slower. Those are the prices that you pay for going for this triple Reaper double barracks type of opener. You spend a little bit more minerals, a little bit more gas than you normally would. So it's a trade-off. And now the starport's going to go down. So you can't hit a 5-minute timing easily, even if this is technically somewhat of a 2-1-1. The timing that you would generally hit on a 2-1-1 with stim, combat shields, and 2 medevacs, 5:30 for a 3-base timing. It's not really all that easy. Not incredibly easy to hit, but Maru, what is he doing here? He's got additional Hellions on the way, and well, the TY 2-1-1 is definitely a build where yeah, okay, that's what I thought it was going to be. The TY has a 2-1-1 build where he'll build a couple of Hellions, and he gets the second barracks a little bit later. He moves out of the map at around 5:30 with Reapers and Hellion, or with Hellions and the 14-16 Marines and 2 medevacs with stim. That's not what Maru's going for, though. Maru dropping that armory. This is going to be a stim hellbat all-in coming out of Maru here with a third. Can we even? He's got a third base behind it. I don't even know that we can call that an all-in. But this Ling counterattack coming out of Scarlett here is really nice. Catch the Reaper, but more importantly, sees the Hellions on the map at a weird timing. She should know what's up. Baneling Nest is going to go down. It's in a kind of a walled-off position in the natural. And notice what she's doing with the Lings. They're not beelining back home. Alcyone has a decently short rush distance. She is counterattacking here. She's looking for the tech lab. She's looking for the reactor. She's looking for combat shields. And she's going to get all of that. So add-ons here on the outside, and that's going to get punished really easily coming down to Scarlett early on. But now the Hellbats are here onto Scarlett's fourth base. But she can buy so much time with all the queens. This is 10 queens. This is so much bulk in the army of Scarlett right now. This drop doesn't feel all that easily, even as the Overlord will fall. And yeah, that's dead. Maru shuts that down. This is not working out all that well for Maru right now. Yeah, he's got a third base on the way. Yeah, 3 more barracks. 1-1 combat shields, building up all the tech. This timing will not get the damage done that Maru wants, which kind of a saving grace. That third base was, in fact, that he did get it. That this was not a 2-base all-in. And now Baneling's on the way for Scarlett. She could get her 1-1 started as well, but trying to make sure that she has the gas for the defense on top of everything else. So there's going to be Carapace. It's probably going to be Carapace, Baneling speed, then +1. You know, just got to get the Baneling speed is really the most important timing, most important upgrade that you'll get in a TVZ, just because of, well, it means your Banelings can actually make contact with Marines, which slow Banes off creep, it's not really going to happen. There we go. Baneling speed, +1 attack, both on the way here. Scarlett adding a pretty quick Hydra Den as well. And well, Hydras were not buffed quite as much as the original patch notes had them at, where the original patch notes had range and speed on the same upgrade, bringing it back down to 1 upgrade. And I think they decreased the upgrade time as well. So it was just this incredible buff. And everyone was like, wait, hold on a minute here. This is a little broken. So now they just buffed the research speed of each upgrade. Together, it's still longer than the single upgrade, or than putting it all into a single upgrade, but it's not quite as long as it took to get both range and speed at the same time. Both range and speed in the last patch. Now, of course, this also means that your individual upgrades are faster, which means that Scarlett's getting ready somewhat for a timing here, at least for some mobility, getting that speed before range, and it's going to be done pretty quickly here. But the 4th base is going to be denied for the time, or the 5th base denied for the time being. Scarlett, though, on that double expand and making sure that even if Maru has this double drop, and even if Maru is being kind of annoying about how things are going, she's going to have an expansion somewhere. She's going to have some opportunity to really to continue to develop this economy in a tremendous way. So Maru, 1-1's done. 2-2 on the way. Scarlett, her +1 armor is done. Baneling speed is done. Give her about 30 seconds. That attack upgrade is going to be done as well, as she's looking to set up the flank here, but it's not ready yet. This sieged up position for Maru is really scary. But 10 seconds until +1 attack, until Scarlett's really ready to fight. Give it 5, and she's getting ready right now. Maru, though, aware of where this army is, but now Scarlett floods down the ramp looking for those connections, and the first ones are going to be really solid, but it's a bit of a disjointed fight. The Banes on the right side not really finding the engagements that they need just yet, and Maru, he just kills everything here. The Marines, they're low, but they're still alive. The tank count's fantastic. And the Liberators on top of things, really making the difference here. Scarlett still has more. She's got Lings in the main base, but she's worried about a quick pickup into the main. She doesn't want to join this fight just yet. Groove Spine's done in 5 seconds. That's going to be the next timing coming out of Scarlett right now. And even though Maru held that fight, Scarlett's supply is not horrible just yet. And she's going to go for another one here. Banelings taking just a little bit more damage than they did in the previous patch. Even still, Maru targets them down, but the Lings getting on top of the Marines as well. The Hydra's cleaning this up, and Maru, he's just going to get beaten back here. But still, there is more pressure on the way, and here's the problem. Scarlett's creep spread is not good. that emplacement that Maru has been wedging himself into outside of the fourth base of Scarlett, it is a really recessed. Scarlett just not able to find the creep spread that she wants to defend that, but Maru, he's not going to try to wedge his way into that anymore. He's going to go north side. He's going to try to deny this fifth base, this rich gold. And there's a lot more defense here. So yeah, he gets 7 drones. That's not great. But Scarlett's feeling a lot more defensible. A lot better setup than she previously was, but got to be careful. Because Maru's next timing is here right now. 2-2's done. 2-2 about halfway done for Scarlett. Really, she's going to have to hold on for a little bit longer while her units are just not as strong as a lot of these Banelings are going to get canceled by Maru here. Plus 19 on all of them. Scarlett in the middle of the map, though, tries to punish the rally. Not going to find it. And Maru wins the fight on the 5th. So more economy is going to get shut down here. Maru needs to deputize more Lings, more Banes onto that north side to keep her economy alive. She's going to lose more Hydras. But Maru doesn't have that 1-2 punch available to himself. Not yet. Supplies starting to get a little bit more into Maru's favor now. Yeah, Maru's still down, but he's up about 10 to 20 army supply right now. And here come the Marines on forward. Scarlett feels like she's got to give this base up. Those are great Banelings connections, though. And it seems like despite everything, yes, the Banelings will fall on the backside. She wins the fight on north, and this base is still alive here. Scarlett, I can't believe she's still holding on to it. Now this Hydra's on the high ground. +2 attack doesn't matter for them. It's only for the melee units. Armor's not done yet, but here come the, well, infestors are going to be ready soon. And the Lings, now they come spilling down the ramp. The tank count goes down. Maru not able to shove in, and now Carapace is done. Now there's upgrade parity, and 4 Hydras are on the way. Or 4 infestors, excuse me, are on the way. They don't 2-shot Marines anymore with fungal, but they still do so much. And in this game where Scarlett is barely, narrowly not breaking Maru, adding in a couple Hydras is going to be such a big deal, especially if Maru doesn't see them until the last second. Now Scarlett onto scan range here, runs forward, looks to drop the fungal. Is she gonna get it? No, not quite. Not quite there, but the Hydra's a little bit more damage. Oh, they're gonna get the med devour. 10 supply down the drain. Maru loses a medevac there, fully loaded. And Scarlett really secure on her economy right now. She's on 6 hatcheries, 6 bases. 7 hatcheries, actually. No hive, just, well, no, excuse me. Her hive is done. +1 ranged on the way. Adrenal on the way. +3 armor should be started pretty soon. This tank's dead. Oh, the center mass fungal. Scarlett, she's going to change it. She doesn't even need to, but she will for the medevacs anyways. Maru just lost 50 supply. He lost so much of his army right there. This tank's going to go down as well. That's the move that Scarlett's been looking for, and now the gold base is dead. It's a goner. The economy that Maru's been trying to build, it's gone here as well. And in 13 minutes, finally, Scarlett finds the fight that she wants. She finally crushes through, and Scarlett bops Maru out of game 1. This is not the Maru we've been expecting to see, but Scarlett playing pretty damn well. In the upper left now, in the red, she's up a game in this series over the reigning champion of GSL, the reigning 2-time champion of the GSL, the 5-time champion of the GSL. She's Scarlett. And in the bottom right, in the blue, down a game, it's Maru. What a game 1 from Scarlett. But before I talk about that more, of course, a reminder that if you want more games from Scarlett and Maru and Cyril and Raynor and Beyond and Max Packs, and really all of these top names, make sure to sub to the channel. Pretty much every day of the week, there's going to be a new best of 3, a best of 5, a best of 7 going up with all these fantastic players. Like tomorrow, Maru versus Max Pack, best of 5. You're going to get that going up at 2 p.m. Eastern. So make sure to go sub to the channel and like this video, because that really does help out with the algorithm. And I mean, that first game was pretty awesome, so I think that's deserving. And also, let me know how you feel about the new patch. We're about, what, a week and a half in? You've had a chance to play around on the new maps, to see games on the new maps, on the new patch. How are you feeling about it? Are your initial ideas about relative Terran strength and cyclones and all these things, are you still feeling like that? Have your thoughts changed? Let me know. But in this game number 2, Maru is not going for what he did in game number 1. He's not going for the 3 Reaper, 2 barracks in the wall type of idea. He's doing a 1-1-1. Marine expand, actually, so not even getting the Reaper, but he's doing it on the low ground because it's a walled ramp. It's a high ground natural. You can do that pretty easily, and by getting your Marines in the wall, by getting your barracks at the wall, this is what you get. You get yourself a free Overlord. Scarlett will be supply blocked out of this, has to get a second Overlord, and because of the timing of this, it's a heavy supply block. It's an expensive supply block. Because, well, you're 26 out of 20. You have to build another Overlord to build yourself back to where you were. And now Scarlett has the headroom that she needs. But again, that was a good long time. And Maru behind this. He's trying to cheese Scarlett out of this game. This is 3 additional barracks on the way. This is a 4 racks timing coming out of Maru here. And Scarlett has no scout. Scarlett's not going to have a really good idea about what's happening because her 1 Overlord that ran onto the other side of the map, well, is dead. Maru sniped it. And gone are the days where Zerg would send their first 2 Overlords onto the other side of the map. Now it's generally seen as much more efficient to keep your Overlords on your side so you can spread creep better, so you can see where Hellions are going to be, so you can have this kind of safety bubble of vision on the defense. And now Link's going to show up. He's going to see a bunker. That's not a big show. It could mean that Maru's trying to be really greedy. It could mean that this is 3 CC play behind this, or it could mean that Maru is really cutting some quarters for a timing. It really, or he just wants to play a little bit defensive. The bunker doesn't really tell you all that much, unfortunately for Scarlett. And now combat shields on the way, stim on the way here. We're looking at a move out around 5 minutes. Scarlett's gonna have to realize what's happening. She really, this is one of those, I mean, this is cheese. This is one of those things where if you don't scout what's happening, you just die to it. Now, of course, it's not disaster time, not yet. And a Ling will fall, but it's gonna see some Marines on the map. This is not a disaster timing yet for Scarlett. She still has time to pump Lings and cut the drones. You probably want to do it this round of drones, next round of drones. Probably this round of drones is when Scarlett really wants to start pumping those Lings. So she's got 5 queens up at front. She's got 6 in total, 3 more on the way. She's going to have 9 queens, more Lings on the way. But she's supply blocked. She's got 1 empty supply, a couple more Overlords on the way. But she needs to spend that larva on Lings just about right now. Although Maru not really moving out with the full capacity just yet. So she's got a little bit more time. But okay, SCVs are going to get pulled on top of this. 20 Lings are on the way here, but the question is whether Scarlett figured this out just a little bit too little, too late. She's got an Evo chamber on the way. That's something. But here come the SCVs. Scarlett hasn't seen that. She's got Carapace on the way. She thinks this is a different timing than it is. All the money in the world has to go to the defense right now, and still Scarlett hasn't seen anything. She's seen the Marines on the map. The SCVs have not been shown yet, and here comes Maru. Now she sees the SCV. She's on the high ground trying to defend this 4th base. That's a mistake. Maru's just gonna go straight up the gullet. It needs to be more reinforcements. Now Scarlett supply blocked here as the Overlord goes down, sets up the surround as well as she can, defends the reinforcements as well as she can, but the queens are falling here. And that's what Scarlett needs. She needs the queens. She needs that HP buffer, and it's just not available to her. So yeah, the reinforcements have gone down. This 4th base should fall. More queens are being made. And Maru has spent a stim. That's important to note. A second stim is going to have to get spent here, and he will lose a lot of the supply. +1 Carapace will be denied. Scarlett now taking the fight without the queens, but the army is so much lower for Maru now. SCVs are falling, and the 4th base is still alive. Scarlett is cleaning this up. She knocked down the reinforcements. These last couple Marines, they're going to get dealt with, but here comes more. from Maru, the slow and steady blue line of Terran across the map, but it feels like Scarlett's holding. It really does. She's up double the supply at this point, up 10 to army supply, up double the workers, and yeah, +1 carapace was canceled. And yeah, she lost a lot of lings. Yeah, she lost 7, 9 queens, whatever the number was. What was it? Yeah, she lost 8 queens. That bought time. And now she's got a macro. She's got a 5th base on the way. Scarlett is so confident in this game that this is a 2 base all-in coming out of Maru, and Scarlett's response is just build a 5th. It's fine. It's going to be okay here. Maru kiting desperately as well as he can, but at this point, Scarlett's kind of okay. Trading out army for army here, even off creep, is solid. She's on 48 workers, which is not an incredible sum, but when Maru's on 29 and doesn't have a 3rd base, it's really okay. And she just continues to pump lings. 3 more queens on the way, rebuilding that queen count. She's going up to 11, just being as defensive as possible. Carapace on the way, Lair on the way, and we're starting to get to the point where Scarlett can go and build that drone count up once again, develop that economy to the point that she really wasn't able to get to earlier. And with a 5th base just about done, a 4th base not even killed by Maru because he had to end the game. This is looking pretty solid for Scarlett. So now Baneling's on the way, 36 lings on the way, and it begs the question: is Scarlett? She's got these 5 hatches. Does she just try to bust Maru? I mean, their factory was super late. The factory was incredibly late. There is 1 tank. Conceivably, Scarlett could bust this. And yeah, okay, she's going for it right now. Baneling's on the north side here, looking for that big surround. These Marines are dead. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. And Maru is just going to find himself down 2-0. Scarlett is going to 2-0 Maru here in round 1 of GSL Group A. She's moving on to the winners match, and Maru to the elimination match. What a massive upset here. Our first match of the Group A. And Scarlett, not only does she beat Maru, she makes it 2-0, and she makes it look pretty easy. That is so impressive from the Canadian.